You might not know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to start a game. Coaches always talk about from the opening whistle being locked in and being loaded and being ready to go. Taking the opening kick back for a touchdown, man, it doesn't get better than that.
Makes the score. Colorado 7, Kansas City.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Vic. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will get the first crack at it here. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. It's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
To the air, it's Moon. Pocket starts to collapse. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home.
And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Colorado!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Vic. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Moon. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown.
Colorado, 21, Kansas City.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Flying down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. To the air. It's Moon. Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Quarterback checking off. Trying to get the edge on the right. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Now on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Buffs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Colorado, 28, Kansas City, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Vic. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Brings up third down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gonna take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Leaves it with the back. He's in open space downfield. And they get him down.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run. Shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Got a man. It's Hendricks. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Movement here from the tight end. On 2nd down, looking to throw. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the lone running back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Colorado, 35. Kansas City, 7.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Vick. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On the run, fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, it's Moon. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Gets it out quickly. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
It's complete.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Steps away to find some room. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, Aaron. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Moon. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Utah was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Utes team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking.
They go to the ground.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's back to throw on second down. Lofts one high and deep. Smashes through. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a...
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That one comes out hot down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Colorado. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Colorado, 56. Kansas State, 14.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to...
And the sack all the way back at the 5. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw. It's Moon. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And they did tack on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
Kansas State 14.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's looking to throw it. It's complete. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
And the returner will be knocked down. And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
63, Kansas State 17.
He'll bring it out. It's Vic. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gonna let it fly. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He's right on target. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Coming after it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This is a 3rd and long. He turns that loose down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup.
And everything is going right. I mean, off a deflection, you've already scored a bunch of points, you got the lead. Palmer, everything that they...
Touchdown, Buffs! And the pummeling has started. On to attempt to try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Colorado 70, Kansas City.
And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't...
Gets away from one, finds room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking to move it through the air. On target. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing him.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going over the top. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Off the play fake. He'll take another shot here. He's got it down the left. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. A first down for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Hendricks. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looking to pass on second down. Dances away from the heat. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick it.
Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Kansas State. And run for 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 8 over Oregon State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Wide out in motion. Looking for a man. It's Moon. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They want to run this quarterback. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Fast motion from the offense. He'll take it himself. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. 3rd and goal where the strong come through. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Splits the uprights. Good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to him. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
They run the reverse. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. 10. Touchdown, Colorado! And the route is on. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
84. Kansas City, 34.
Coming out with it, it's Vick. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like...
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Got him downfield. He's off to the races. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that and put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
84. Kansas City.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff.
Kansas City, 41.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the right side. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Here we go with the run on fourth down. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the beatdown has ensued. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Vick. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake.
He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
He uncorks one deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Moon. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
This defensive line has got to do a better job getting pressure on the opposing quarterback. You cannot allow this QB to scan the entire field and have all day.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buffs! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Vic. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it.
Pulls it in on the left. Oh, look out. The 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no strength.
And he breaks into the open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. They're getting this guy lathered up.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk glass.